and welcome back once again to I Like Watches. In today's video, I've got 3 of the latest watch releases from WatchDives to show you. And if you're quick, you'll be able to pick one of these up during the current 11th of the 11th sale. I've got a lot to get through, so let's just crack on. The first watch I'm going to show you is an all-steel sports watch, the WD0003. This watch houses the Seiko VH31, and I've said it many times before, so apologies if I'm repeating myself, but generally automatic watch enthusiasts don't mind that quartz movement because the second hand ticks 4 times every second, so it sort of behaves like an automatic, but it isn't, it's a quartz. I've just gone through the checkout process and I've been offered this watch for $136 US, and the finishing is surprisingly good on all 3 watches actually. I've always perceived WatchDives to be one of the more affordable, cheaper AliExpress / Chinese watch brands. And so you would expect their finishing to be quite a bit below brands like San Martin, Chronos, Boltony, etc. But actually it's pretty close these days. And I guess their prices these days aren't a million miles away from the likes of San Martin and Chronos, but they are more affordable, and yeah, you do get a lot of watch for your money. And there aren't many weaknesses. Sapphire crystal 316L stainless steel, AR coating, a beautifully finished case, and bracelets. Some of the bracelets they're producing are incredibly well finished. The next watch I'm going to show you is, a prime example. 100 meters of water resistance, screw down case back, screw down crown, applied indices, beautifully cut hands, decent lume on these 3 watches as well. I've filmed a lume degradation clip, you'll see that at the end of the video. No on the fly adjustment system in this particular class, but some of their watches you can add that onto the order, or you can select a watch with an on the fly adjustment system. You'll pay a little bit more, so it's worth looking out for that if you're interested in picking up a WatchDives watch. Solid links though, solid end links, double-ended quick release spring bars. Again, the bracelet and the clasp, it's decent quality. That's normally where you'd expect to see the cutbacks, the areas in which they've saved a bit of money. But yeah, I mean, it does seem to be a beautifully finished, well-spec'd, I'm going to say it, Garda. Awesome dial as well on this one. In fact, I think that's where we're seeing a lot of advancements with Chinese watches in 2025. It's the dials, isn't it? I mean, the dials that are coming out on AliExpress watches these days, so much variety, so much quality. I mean, it is really quite impressive. Yeah, when you look closely at this watch, it's hard to believe how affordable this watch is, even under macro, the case and the hands. I mean, they are just impeccably well finished, aren't they? Unbelievable. Right, let's move on to another one, watch number 2. And this one does house a more traditional quartz movement, although with this particular watch, there's no seconds hand. Quite clever, that, isn't it? They've not included the seconds hand, so you can't see that it's powered by a quartz. And I really like this watch, actually. Super slim, and the finishing on this watch looks to be even better. Now, normally, I was going to say with affordable watches, but sometimes with decent micro brand watches, you'll see streaky polishing on the bracelets. This watch, or this bracelet, has been finished to an unbelievable standard when you consider the money there are. Well, I haven't told you how much it is, have I? Where's the price? There it is. I've just been offered this watch for $139 US, so a little bit more than the previous watch. Different design, although again, I haven't said this yet. We can't credit them with the designs. I've said this many times before, though, when I've featured watches like this. We cannot credit the brands with the designs, but we can credit them with their execution. And yeah, they have executed this watch incredibly well. They've also included a half link, or a small link, because with this bracelet you get a butterfly clasp, so you don't have that sort of micro adjustment option, so you use the smaller link to help you get a decent fit, and I've been able to get the perfect fit. That's great to see that they've thought of that. Integrated bracelet, again, it's a sort of all steel ideal sports watch, isn't it? And yeah, I mean, I think they've done a really, really good job of this one. Very similar specs to the previous watch: sapphire crystal, screw down case back, screw down crown, 80 meters of water resistance, though, according to the listing on AliExpress. Yeah, I mean, it is very thin. I suspect the case back and the crystal were just not thick enough for that 100-meter rating. But yeah, they've made this one sit beautifully on the wrist, and I am so impressed with this bracelet. It actually feels really smooth and silky in my hand. And again, just look at the finishing. Under macro, it holds up, doesn't it? These affordable, inverted commas, AliExpress brands are getting better and better. Very simple dial, applied indices, applied logo. Yeah, the hands are nice enough, not as nicely cut as the previous set, but a completely different style. And yeah, I mean, it is another fine example. $139, just insane. Right, let's move on to the last watch. It is a diver, and you're going to pay a little bit more for this one. Not much more. I've just been offered this watch for $157 US. And please don't forget, if you want to get the best prices, shop on your phone on the app, collect all the coupons and vouchers, and then you'll be in the best possible place to get the best prices. And if you're not being offered the prices that I'm being offered, it's probably because you're in a different country, and so your tax rules are different, or, I mean, prices do vary. So if you're in the UK and you're not getting the prices that I'm being offered, yeah, they've probably just changed the prices on AliExpress. It happens regularly. So this is the WD5513 version 2. Every time they produce a version 2, they step up their finishing, and that is clear to see. I've been reviewing WatchDives watches for a little while now, and honestly, the finishing is improving for sure. This is a 200-meter water-resistant diver, so you've got a diver's bezel, 120 click, unidirectional. Have a listen. Oh, that's nice. Oh man. You know what? That's one of the best bezel actions I've felt for a little while now, actually. It feels really slick, even resistance all the way around, and those clicks are super clicky. This one's available with a PT5000, ETA 2824 or SW200. Of course, you're going to pay more for the other movements. This one is housing the PT5000. Decent price for this watch with a PT5000 though, isn't it? Again, sapphire crystal, screw down case back, screw down crown, applied markers, decent loom. The hands, single facet, so not as detailed as the hands on the first watch, but still, yeah, I mean, nicely done, nicely finished. The bracelet's a bit more simple. There's no polished facets, but then this is a dive watch. You expect it to be finished in this sort of way, and yeah, I think they've done a good job. They have sent me the watch with an on-the-fly adjustment system in the clasp, solid links, solid end links, screw pins, milled clasp, aluminium bezel insert. It's not ceramic, but then it's a sort of vintage inspired diver, isn't it? So I would expect it to be aluminium. Yeah, it's another good option for sure. Now, which one of these three watches would you buy? You know what? I think I'd probably buy number 2. I think that's probably my favourite because it's less like the watches that I tend to wear. It's so slim and discreet, and I really do like the way it's been finished, and the bracelet is, yeah, really quite nice. So that's the one I would buy if I had to pick one of these three. Let me know in the comment section which one you prefer, which one you would buy, and yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. oldmantimegary@gmail.com. Sorry this one's been a bit rushed, just trying to squeeze this video in before the sale ends. Alright guys, happy shopping, have fun, look after yourselves, and enjoy the rest of your week.